Hello, everybody. This is Dr. Charmaine Gregory, and I want to talk to you today about Yoda, sweaty palms, and rapid heartbeats. So, I am coming to you live from Florida. I am here at Podfest, which just ended this evening, and I am super excited about that because I had the opportunity this morning to speak, to share about Yoda, sweaty armpits, and rapid heartbeats. And if you all have been following my story and following my journey, then you are aware that I have a fear of public speaking. And accompanying that fear are some visceral reactions, right? So in the past, not so long ago, I literally would have a heck of a time before I had to give a speech. Literally, the night before, I would literally have sleepless nights. I would be tossing and turning. I would be ruminating in my mind about all the things that could possibly go wrong. Hey, Sherry, thanks for joining. All the things that could possibly go wrong. And I would also go to the event or go to wherever I was speaking, and then I would have a rain storm occurring in my armpits. Okay, just keeping it real. And I would have such sweaty palms that the clicker would sometimes slip out of my hand because it was so sweaty. And my heartbeat, oh my goodness, talk about palpitations. We are talking about heart rates in the 120s, 130s, as if I was running on the treadmill or doing a HIIT workout. And normally my heart rate is very slow. It's normally like 50s. So that's a huge jump. But this is what would happen to me. And I realized that it was because I have a fear of public speaking. And my body's response to the fear was what it did in prehistoric times, right? We ignite the fight or flight response when we have fear, when we feel fear. And this is with good reason because obviously one did not want to be eaten by the saber-toothed tiger by standing there instead of running away when confronted by it. So nature allows for us a mechanism where we can mobilize our bodies in quick form and get out of danger, right? So we feel fear, we ignite the sympathetic system, and we get out of dodge. Now, not very practical when we're talking about something like getting in front of the public and speaking, obviously, because that type of fear can be crippling. Now, fortunately, I did not have it cripple me, but it definitely was a lot of energy expended unnecessarily to try to combat that angst that I felt inside. So, the fact is that we can actually take this energy that our body produces when we feel fear and use it to be powerful. And so, how does Yoda fit in? So, this morning, I got the opportunity, the privilege, the honor to be able to share about facing fear and unleashing your true greatness. And I got to share with colleagues here at the conference who also are podcasters. So they may be in different areas where they're maybe just starting out, haven't started their show yet. Maybe they have a show that's established. So different stages of the podcasting, I don't know what you'd call it, timeline, I suppose it'd be. So different stages of the podcasting timeline. Hi, Shemaine, thanks for joining. Different stages of the podcasting timeline, and just being able to share with them that there are ways and practical pathways in which you can have ways forward from your fear. So you can actually step through your fear, step over your fear, step around it, and come out on the other side, unleashing your greatness. stepping into your own personal power. And Yoda is the master at this. Yoda drops the sage quips, and he just really makes sure that those that are in his presence are aware to always be on guard that fear can reach up and rear its ugly head and thwart your path from getting to where you need to be the great person that we know you are. So, he says to Luke, gives a little, he does a little soliloquy uh, to Luke, and he basically says, fear is the path to the dark side. He just plainly says it. He says it's the path to the dark side, and this is replicated multiple times in different characters in Star Wars. And the one that really comes to mind, and I've talked about this before. Hey, KB, thanks for joining. The one, hey, Lori, thanks for joining. The character that really comes to mind, and I did a podcast episode about this because I really, really find this very impactful and applicable to my own life, is when Anakin is faced with fear. Now, he is afraid of losing the people that he cares about or the person that he cares about. So he had experienced loss of someone he loved in the past, his mom, and he felt powerless. And he basically was determined to no longer be in the space of pain or powerlessness, but he wanted to be in the space of power. And he thought that if he fueled that desire, that he would be able to save Padme because he had had visions of her being in danger and ultimately dying. And so it was that fear of loss that led to anger, that led to suffering, that led him to the dark side. So Yoda is a master. Yoda understands very clearly that when we are incapacitated by our fear, when we let our fear lead us down a path of pain instead of going to a place of power where we understand that we have all the tools necessary in order to rise up, in order to be able to face our fears with great response, and to ultimately place ourselves in the zone outside of the comfort zone that allows for the greatest growth and allows us to be our greatest selves. And so this morning, I had the opportunity to share my experience with my fear of public speaking and how it has evolved through podcasting and through getting on more stages and speaking in front of more audiences. And then I also got an opportunity to share about the thing that I'm very interested in, which is our response to fear and how we deal with it and how we can basically turn our fear into fuel for our power and into the fuel that drives us to achieving our true greatness so that we can all emerge victoriously and have our best lives. So I hope that that was helpful to you. And I hope that whenever you see Yoda, you think of sweaty palms and rapid heartbeats, but you also think of the fact that he is a master, and he drops the knowledge about the fact that we have what it takes to focus ourselves and to be our best selves as long as we are aware that fear is the path to the dark side. And we need to utilize the energy that we have from fear and turn it into something that is going to fuel our greatness so that we can grow and we can be our best selves and live our best lives. So if this is something that speaks to you, definitely, I hope that you will hit me up and let me know your thoughts on that. Let me know if there's a fear that you're currently facing. I definitely appreciate that. I appreciate any feedback because I am constantly learning and I'm constantly growing. And the only way that you get better is if you get constructive feedback that helps you to be better the next time. So I thank you for your time, and I hope that you will be strong, be brave, and unleash your greatness. Have an awesome, awesome day.